Hello and welcome to another Replica Reviews video. Now, as I'm sure you've noticed, we've been off screen for an awful long time. Many reasons for this, but the thing to kind of remember is whilst we were off air, we were still collecting, we were still buying, still trading, and lo and behold, I've decided to take the decision to come back and carry on some more videos. So the purpose of this video now is just quickly run through all of the guns that we've bought over the past sort of year or so since we've last made a video. And I'm pretty certain as you're actually watching this, we're still filming this afternoon on all of the guns that you're about to see. We've got a few that we've got preferences for, but if you've got any that I show up that you want to know a bit more information on, maybe see the full length review, post a comment, let us know, and we'll try and prioritise the videos depending on what people want to see. So as I'm sure you can see here, we've got the people's favourites, the 2004 Baikal Makarov. It's one of our most viewed videos of all time. Second to the Dan Wesson. You guys seem to like big shiny revolvers. It's not my cup of tea, but there's a new pellet version coming out, so I think we'll probably end up buying one just in case. But I said during the video that I was always trying to find more Makarovs, and that the goal was to try and find a newer one. So whilst we were off air, I managed to find a 2014 Baikal Makarov. As you can see, this isn't going to be a full length review by any means. This is just going to be a quick show. They've changed the finish on the slides very slightly. You've still got the nice polished sides. You've also got these really cool Bakelite effect wooden grips. They are actually plastic, but they kind of got that kind of wood feel of the original Soviet grips. And also, really handily, they finally put the pistol grip lanyard point on the side. I always thought on the bottom was a bit of a weird place because it blocked your finger when you were trying to release the magazine using this little catch here. Again, I'm not going to go into too many details. It's got a full-size dropout magazine. The recoil spring in it to actually cock the gun is still pretty goddamn solid. You still get your working decocking lever and your slide release catch, and as I'll go into in the full-length video, you can still field strip it down. So going from old to slightly new, we've got this one here, the Umarex version of the HK USP. Now this is a really basic gun. There isn't really much going on with it at all. It's a double action only trigger, which means that the only way you can fire it is to, like so. You can't cock the hammer. The hammer's completely non-functioning. You do get an incredibly large dropout magazine, which actually adds an awful lot of weight to the gun. But it also balances out really nicely. So, as I said with the Makarov, we're not going to go into any detail, but you can just see here, it's a really, really nice piece of kit. It's more for looks than function with this one, unfortunately. So we'll change from the USP and we'll go to the P30. Now this is one of Umarex's slightly more modern guns. It only came out in a few years ago. The really cool thing with this is it fires either pellets or BBs. You can either open it up like so and put a rotary 8-shot magazine in there for your pellets, or if I remove the magazine, you can put your BBs in the front here, and there's a little adapter that you can buy, or if you haven't lost it, that comes with a gun, and you can just run BBs through the gun without any problem at all. Really neat feature with this as well, one of the big selling points for me really, was the fact that it has a fully functioning decocking lever, which although, as I'm sure you can see in the video here, releases the hammer really quickly, it doesn't actually set the gun off when you fire it, which I think is a really neat feature, and I'm really surprised not more guns have actually got them. Again, they got some really nice little features. I mean, I love the little metal ID badge in the bottom here. Hopefully that's coming out on the camera, you can see what's going on there. And also the grip. The grip is really, really, really comfortable. One of my firm favourites that usually goes down the range with me on most occasions. Shoots a little low, but again you can adjust the sights, which is a bit of a bonus. So again, sorry to go on with the Umarex products, we've got this one here. It's the CP99. Now I bought it in this colourway because I was just getting bored of black guns. You know, everybody's got black guns. And I saw this and I thought it was hilarious, so I bought it. The only one I would have ever gone for apart from this was the olive drab version, but to be completely honest, I really like this one. This is what they call the flat earth colour scheme. Again, with this gun, it's got a working decocking lever just to here. We'll go into this later on in the actual video. This one is pellet only, as you can see by the magazine. It uses the 8-shot rotary pellets. and it also features a full-size drop-out magazine. Now, a few of the Umarex guns do use this style of magazine. I will go into it in reviews later on when we actually finally get the videos up, but I am really enjoying using these magazines. They are so easy to load, they're so easy to change, and they don't leak. Once they're in, and you don't have to worry. I've been really impressed, but again, we'll go into these more later on, assuming I can get the magazine back in the gun. There we go. So I think we've got 2 more Umarex products to go, and then we'll move on to something a little bit different. So to break up the monotony of German guns, we will go to this one here. Now, I bought this purely because it looks amazing. As with the Replica USP, you know, there's not really many features on it. You've got a functional safety, which is really quite nice. Full-size drop-out magazine. The slide does cop back a smidgen, not too much though. And then obviously you can just click it safe like that. Again, as I just said, I bought this one purely for looks. But this is one of those guns that you can just put BBs through it all afternoon and it will just keep firing. And it is great fun. Definitely not one for targets, but if you just want to sit and put holes in cans, it's a really good one to go for. Now, from a mid-frame Colt 1911, I think we're going to change things up with an Israeli gun. So take this one out and replace it with this one. Now, as I'm sure most of you have already just guessed, this is a IWI Desert Eagle. Obviously, it's a licensed replica from Umarex. Possibly one of the biggest handguns I've ever seen. I mean, this makes the Dan Wesson look small in many respects. It's a full plastic, unfortunately, version of the Desert Eagle, but it's blowback and the grip is huge. Put it simply, this is really loud as well. We took this on the range a couple of weeks ago, and the minute I opened fire, the whole place just stopped, because they were all used to their traditional rifles and their moderators and things. And then there's me at the end of the bench shooting this. It was quite an amusing sight. Also, a great fun to shoot. Uses the rotary magazines again. Hopefully that's coming out. You can just see the port for the rotary magazine. And then you just close it like so. Ambidextrous safety, which I find a really neat feature. You can see it's fully functioning on both sides. And again, this is double or single action. Obviously, unless you cock the hammer for the first shot, it's going to be double action. But once the blowback's keeping the gun cycling, you're onto a bit of a winner, and you can just keep pulling the trigger back as many times as you want. Definitely one of my firm favourites to take to the range. It's just so much fun. It's something completely different, and I really enjoy it. So we'll move on to the 2 last guns here that we've got. There's only 2 more. For those of you that have liked our new Facebook page, we set up a new Facebook page. I'll put a link in the description later on. We've been putting loads of stuff on there. We're using it almost like a mini blog. You know, pictures from range days, pictures from visits to shops. We've got a couple of shops locally that really look after us at the moment. You know, just odd bits and pieces, bits of information, questions. So, you know, like what do you want to see coming up next? It's the place to check. You would have been able to see that I have finally, after about 3 years of looking, managed to get hold of a Colt Viking. Now, the official name for this, I think, is the MP655. It's a really peculiar gun. We are literally just about to film the review for this after we've finished doing this little video here. Fully adjustable sights. It fires BBs or pellets. Dropout magazine. Again, the catch for that is ambidextrous. And it's also got some really other intriguing features that I don't think anybody would have seen from any other guns. So if you're interested in this one a bit more, check out the video. Hopefully we'll have that up in the coming hours, maybe the coming day. It should be quite soon though. So yeah, if you want to know a bit more about this, please check out the video later on. And last but not least, seeing as it was Easter Sunday, I decided to go and buy a new pistol. Now this one here is the Swiss Arms 92. Now this is basically just a re-licensed version of the Cybergun GSG 92, which I'm sure you're all familiar with. It's a full metal blowback 1.77 or 4.5mm BB firing pistol, semi-automatic, full-size dropout magazine, as you can see here. It's got an open breech on it as well, so when you rack the slide back, you can look straight down through the working actions. It's really good. It's possibly one of the most authentic guns going. If you've seen our video review of the Sig Sauer X5, then obviously you'll know most of the features on this, because apart from the actual aesthetics, they are essentially exactly the same gun. But again, we'll go into more detail on that later on once we film the video for that. So that really concludes our video really. So it's just a recap of what's going to be coming on in the coming months. Again, if you want to check us out on Facebook, we are now on Facebook. I'll put a link in the description. We post up on there more than we do on YouTube, so we'll have loads of pictures of various different things. I've got ammunition reviews on there as well, working through different pellets. I think the latest one we put on were the Gammo zombie pellets. They almost look like tracers, little glow in the dark things. But yeah, we'll put a review of those up on the Facebook page. Again, links in the description. Any comments of guns that you want to see coming up, anything that we haven't covered, anything that you think we should cover first, or any preferences of what videos you want doing, let us know. But until then, thanks for watching, and please make sure you subscribe or like this video. Thank you.